With the latest revelations of racist and sexist behavior, it looks like we're seeing nothing less than the colossal fall of another cultural Marxist icon. In this video, we're going to take a look at the latest allegations against the ultra-left-wing late-night host Jimmy Kimmel, how they're merely the latest in a whole string of falls and fails on Kimmel's part, and how it turns out that Jimmy Kimmel is but the latest example of the age-old adage, get woke, go broke. You're not going to want to miss this. Greetings, everyone. Dr. Steve here with you. Great to be with you as always. If this is your first time here at this channel, warm welcome to you. I post videos a day analyzing current events and some super awesome conservative trends so that you can live in the present in light of even better things to come. So if you haven't already done so, you know what to do. Make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. It'd be an absolute privilege to have you as a regular part of this channel where each and every day we get to celebrate the inevitable collapse of left-wing globalism and the unstoppable rise of a new conservative age. So let's start with our video chat question of the day. Do you think that Jimmy Kimmel will be forced to step down from his late show? Let us know what you think in the comments section below. Will these latest revelations that we're going to get into in a moment, will they sink Jimmy Kimmel? Because we're going to be taking a look at the storm brewing around Kimmel and how it represents nothing less than the fall of another woke icon. But first, if you found yourself grazing at the fridge a lot more than usual over the past couple of months, and if you're seeing those pounds starting to creep up, then you'll definitely love the new keto diet sensation called Keto Elevate. It's specifically designed to help raise your ketone levels so you can reap the benefits of the keto diet lifestyle without all of those restrictions. And I use it myself. I put it in my coffee every morning and it tastes great, curbs my appetite for hours. Now, if you click on the link below, you can get your very own first shipment of Keto Elevate at a whopping 51% off the retail price, along with free shipping in the United States. So don't wait. Click on that link below or visit ketowithsteve.com and reap the rewards that Keto Elevate can bring to your life right now. All right, gang, so let's dive right in here. Now, for the last several years, the mainstream Marxist media has been celebrating the ultra-liberal late-night host Jimmy Kimmel as the moral conscience of the nation, and that's not an exaggeration. CNN crowned Kimmel precisely that back in 2017. According to the left-wing activist disguised as journalists over at CNN, Kimmel was on the forefront of calling out the Republican effort to repeal Obamacare, excoriating them as heartless as he talked about his own son's health issues. He gave an impassioned, tearful plea for gun control after the Las Vegas shootings. Again, it's very important. Lots of tears, right? That's key. Lots of tears. Yes, in the era of Trump, the single greatest threat ever against the progressive agenda, Jimmy Kimmel came out and proved himself to be a true champion and defender of all things woke, to the fawning praise of the cultural Marxist media. Well, how the mighty have fallen, as it turns out. Kimmel is finding himself more and more in hot water with his fellow woke warriors. In fact, as it turns out, the list of his woke transgressions keeps getting longer and longer. The latest involves the resurfacing of a recording of Kimmel admitting that he imitated the rapper Snoop Dogg's voice for a 1996 Christmas album where he used the N-word several times over. Fox News is reporting that the admission came in a January 2013 podcast, which was obtained by Fox News. It was with host Adam Carolla, who talked about what he called Kimmel's crazy black voice, which then Kimmel broke into and acknowledged that he had imitated several other black people on other occasions as well. Fox News also obtained the audio from the so-called Christmas album. It's just a bunch of raunchy trash as far as I'm concerned, but it did confirm that Kimmel used the N-word frequently throughout the song, which was supposed to mimic Snoop Dogg, which included lyrics, by the way, about it talked about the N-word in the manger. Christ is the N-word in the manger. To make matters worse, the liner notes confirmed that Kimmel was in fact the co-producer of the album and the writer of all the comedy material contained therein. And to add insult to injury, he also appears on the album cover. No getting out of this one. Now, just to show you how cringeworthy this is in terms of its humiliating hypocrisy, back in 2018, Jimmy Kimmel featured the D-list actor Tom Arnold on his show, where Arnold claimed that he heard a recording of Trump using the N-word on the set of the NBC show The Apprentice, and Kimmel was urging him to get the recordings and make them public. Well, what do you know now, right? You live by the woke, you die by the woke. So this is the new twist on the adage, get woke, go broke. So needless to say, Kimmel is already getting heat for this. Donald Trump Jr. is slamming Kimmel, and rightly so. He tweeted out, "To be clear, I'm 100% against punishing comedians for jokes, even bad jokes from unfunny hack comedians like Jimmy Kimmel. But according to the left's own woke rules that @Jimmy Kimmel wants to force others to live by, it's hard to see how @ABC Network allows him to keep his show." And then he retweeted precisely the fact that Kimmel had begged Tom Arnold to release the tape of President Trump supposedly using the N-word, which, by the way, of course, no tape has so far surfaced, obviously. So now Jimmy Kimmel is in the N-word hot seat, and it'll be very interesting to see how he attempts to squirm out of this one, given his track record here. Now, keep in mind, this is coming on the heels of two other controversies for Kimmel. First and foremost is the latest blackface controversy to surface for Kimmel. Video surfaced showing Kimmel in blackface repeatedly, imitating basketball great Karl Malone. These were from Comedy Central's The Man Show. And obviously the sketches have sparked outrage on social media, but neither Kimmel nor ABC, which hosts Jimmy Kimmel's show, have yet to apologize. They have yet to grovel before the feet of the woke tribunal, right? The woke inquisition. Now, instead, Kimmel has taken a leave of absence from the show for the whole of the summer. He won't be back until the fall, so he was obviously counting on all of this to just blow over. He's actually scheduled to host the upcoming Emmy Awards at the end of September. But obviously now with this new N-word controversy coming out, throwing a monkey wrench in his plans with the blackface controversy, it ain't blowing over. Now, all bets are off in terms of what's going to happen to Kimmel from this point forward. But if you thought that was bad enough, another controversy has just torpedoed his career as the premier star of wokeness. Now, check this one out. This just surfaced the other day. The Twitterverse now is slamming Kimmel over what many are calling a disgusting 2009 interview that he had with Meagan Fox that's conveniently resurfaced. Fox told Kimmel that she was cast to wear a bikini sitting at a bar in a Michael Bay movie when she was only 15 years old. So she wasn't old enough to drink, and yet she was already being sexualized by these Hollywood directors. And Kimmel responded. He's reported to have laughed at the anecdote. And he said, well, all men think that way, which clearly left Meagan Fox quite uncomfortable. And so first Kimmel's in hot water with the racism crowd. Now, in like a 1-2 punch, he's in major hot water with the feminist crowd. So obviously, he's going to be brought to his knees at some point. These latest examples of woke transgression will most certainly bring about his public pandering and contrition. But will it be good enough? It'd be very, very interesting to see what happens. Now, needless to say, these embarrassments are but the latest in a whole litany of humiliations that this woke warrior has been experiencing of late. Just a few weeks back, Kimmel had to apologize over deliberately lying about Vice President Mike Pence. You probably saw this. We did a video on it. Kimmel and his staff decided, for whatever reason, to knowingly and intentionally mislead, frankly, to lie to their dwindling audience. Kimmel played a clip of Vice President Mike Pence wheeling boxes of PPE, or personal protective equipment, into a health center. And Kimmel mocked Mike Pence because as he returned to the van that he was unloading the boxes from, he asked some of his staff who were around the van what those other boxes were, and they all said, well, those boxes are empty. And so Pence said, well, should we carry them just for the cameras for a photo op? Now, he was obviously kidding, as the full video showed. He laughed, everyone laughed, and he closed the back door and walked away. Kimmel stopped the video after Pence asked, should we carry the empty boxes for the camera? He stopped the video at that point and then accused Pence of forgetting that his mic was on. And then he depicted the earlier video showing Pence delivering boxes as if he were delivering empty boxes for a photo op and pretending they were heavy. So Jimmy Kimmel knowingly lied to his audience as he accused Mike Pence of a fabricated fraudulent PR stunt gone wrong because he supposedly forgot his mic was on. And so he portrayed the whole situation as a perfect metaphor for who Mike Pence really is and what he's doing. He's a big box of nothing, right? That's what Kimmel say. Big box of nothing, carrying boxes of nothing. I mean, this is Mike Pence, gang. Say what you want about the guy, but he has some pretty impeccable character here. And as it turns out, a character far more intact than Kimmel's. Kimmel got caught. BuzzFeed's deputy director, David Mack, called out the clip immediately as being emphatically untrue. And so Kimmel was forced to publicly apologize. A pretty pathetic one at that, by the way. And this isn't the first time he's had to do this with the Trump administration. A few months back, we did a video on this, Kimmel went on another one of his anti-Trump screeds, and he reported that a photo of President Trump in the White House Situation Room during a military raid had been staged for some cheap publicity. Are you catching the little pattern emerging here? It's sort of ironic because it's little Jimmy that seems so hell-bent on getting, staging things for cheap publicity. But Kimmel was basing this on some fake news that he came across and actually believed it. And so the Trump campaign threatened that he'd better publicly retract that comment or there were going to be some legal ramifications. And Kimmel had to. He did. He found himself again having to apologize for his pathetic antics. But not before the damage was done. And again, just to add insult to injury, all these attempts at cheap publicity that he accuses everyone else of doing isn't working for himself. Kimmel's ratings are in the tank. Hollywood may love him, but viewers don't. As for the opening of this season, Kimmel's viewership is down 16% from where it was last year. In fact, Greg Gutfeld, who does the late night show for Fox, he has 3 times the audience of Kimmel. Kimmel's barely breaking 1 million a night. And don't be fooled, by the way, by his YouTube subscribers. Yes, he has nearly 17 million subs, but he only gets a few 100,000 views on average. Our channel does that. And I've got a $100 webcam and a $50 mic. And so it now turns out that another cultural Marxist icon has fallen. Jimmy Kimmel has gone from the moral conscience of the nation to just another hypocritical leftist, victimized by his own wokeness, proving once again the age-old maxim: get woke, go broke. Now, before you go, you will definitely want to check out my latest video. I just uploaded it on the chat's autonomous zone imploding, along with the collapse of left-wing cities throughout the nation. You're not going to want to miss this, so make sure to click on the link, and I will see you over there. God bless.